Hello there. Need some self-healing? Love crystals? Just collect? Love to meditate? Well, free gifts with every order in my shop. My Etsy link is listed in my bio.
Welcome back again for the third time this week to my third place podcast on the M3P network. It's a stormy night, apparently, in the Brandy household. And yes, you heard right. This is my third episode I have posted this week. Go ahead and check out the content I've been leaving lately. Go ahead. It's on Spotify. Monday, I was just hanging out with a friend, and I asked her if it was okay to post what we were talking about. She said yes. She gave me the go-ahead because I'm all about consent. I posted it on Tuesday. Tuesday night, we recorded a wrestling episode, and I posted it yesterday on Wednesday. And then tonight, I don't even know what tonight is. What's tonight? Tonight, Thursday, August 29th, the only month of the year that overstays its welcome. It does. Like, it's been
short summer, to be honest.
It's been the longest fucking August ever. And I think it's partially due because of this heat. But, you know, we're back with the Cobra Kai episode, and I'm excited to talk about it. I'm posting this episode tomorrow. That's 3 episodes this week. Maybe I could do a 4th episode. Who knows? We are a busy bunch. It's still hot out, so please keep your dogs indoors and please stay hydrated. It gets humid out there. Speaking of dogs, Brandy, you told me a story about a dog a few weeks ago that came to you, right?
I did. Yes, I did. It was probably one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen. I was in an auto parts store. I went into an auto parts store, and it must have been one of the workers behind the counter because the dog was just running around, and she came up to me, and it was just as cute. I wanted to take her home. Not as cute as your dog, E, but she was definitely cute. She had one blue eye and one brown eye, which I love that. I can't remember, though, what breed she was, but she was really sweet. It just, something like that just, like, made my day. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a dog person usually, and I say I'm not, like, I wouldn't want to own a dog just because they're a lot of work, but I love other people's dogs. I love animals in general. I'm an animal lover, so this dog was just adorable, and she came right up to me, and it was just cute. She wanted to go home with me, but I couldn't take her home.
Oh. Okay.
She was cute.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so my story is just like, I'm driving in the alley, and I haven't talked to my neighbor in like months. So, like, I see my neighbor outside, and then I see his dog like in his front porch and everything, and I'm like about to turn into the alley, and then I like look over and see his dog, and he's just straight up staring at me. And like as I turn, his eyes like turn to me. And I'm just like, yes, puppy, yes, hold on, let me go back. I reverse, I go into his alleyway, and I was like, hey, what's going on, man? How you been? I was like, oh, hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, yeah, hey. No, I was just driving by, and I saw your dog, and your dog kept staring at me. And I'm like, all right, I'll come by. I'll stop in. So, like, I started petting the boy, and he started growling, but not like, like, he's all like, ooh, I love, belly rubs and stuff. So he started growling and saying, like, all excited about it. And then we got to talking about his dog, and then he started asking me about how my dogs are doing. I was like, oh, unfortunately, one of them passed away, but the other one's still there. She's around over here. But it was like, yeah, I was passing by, and I saw your dog, and he's like staring at me. It's like, he does that to everyone. He stares at people.
The playful growl. Is that what it was? A playful growl?
Playful growl, yes. And he's just staring at me the entire time while I'm driving, and I'm like, does he do that all the time? I was like, yes, he does. I was like, oh. And that's why, like, when people pass by and they, like, they look at him and they, like, he's a French bulldog. So when they like look at him and he just like looks all freaking mean and vicious, just like yours, Lauren, Frank. He looks mean and vicious, but then he just stares at them, and then they're like, "Oh, can I pet him?" They're like, "Yeah, he can pet him." So he starts petting. Like, I'm like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" So I was like, "All right, come here," and he started petting him again. He's like, "Arrgh." I'm like, "Damn, that's fucking awesome." I love that he did that for me. I'm like, "You're the best." Um, so I got back in the car, and I'm just like, was that Crypto's way of saying it's like, go, go be with, like, go pet him. I'm there. I was like, I understand. I was like, oh my god. So this was like a few days ago. It's like again today. I was just like passing by, and he does the same thing, just like, and I'm like, hi,
Aw.
here, hi. I'm like, I can't right now. I gotta go, but hi. I'm like, oh my god. I gotta take a picture of him next time and just like show you guys, or take a video of him.
So
And
he's
then
a
post it on here.
French bulldog, did you say?
Yes, like a little, like you, like you look just like Lauren's dog.
Aww.
So it was awesome. It was cute. It was the cutest thing ever. Um, yeah. Before I forget to say anything, you all know I love the mini accomplishments on here. Not only because we're getting ready to celebrate those 15,000 downloads. Yes, I am in love with the dog. Not only we're getting ready to celebrate those 15,000 downloads on this podcast pretty soon, about 500 more listeners here and there. But I also want to say thank you to whoever's watching the episodes on the YouTube channel. So far, 600 views on YouTube, and it's from the season 1, episode 1 of Cobra Kai episode that we both did. Thank you to those 600 awesome people who took the time to watch it, or press but watch 600 times. I don't know. It was great. Really appreciate it. I didn't think it would get that many views, but here we are, and it's one of those episodes where the logos and the thumbnails, and it's just our voices. Which makes me bring up the question, since I posted a video episode on Spotify. Please leave a comment on this episode about episode 176. Should we do more video podcasts on Spotify, or leave it as an audio and do the video only on YouTube? Let us know. We want to know all the things.
That's my line.
Then say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
We want to know all the things.
Okay. I'll edit this part out, and you can say we want to know all the things.
No, but then I can't call you out.
No, then I'm just gonna leave it there. Should Jesse do more commentaries? Yes. Should we do more video podcasts on Spotify, or leave it as audio and do the videos only on YouTube? Leave a comment on Spotify, leave a comment on YouTube, let us know. Wherever you listen to. Affirmation of the week time. What do you have?
Affirmation of the week. So it is, your potential is infinite and is always bigger than whatever problem you're going through.
Okay. Let's go.
What does that mean to you?
Say it again. For people who can only hear me.
Your potential is infinite and is always bigger than whatever problem you're going through.
Damn, whatever problem I'm going through. Wow. Yeah, love that. I love that too. It's like today is better than yesterday. Your talent is infinite. Like, I've done 3 episodes this week. I can do more.
Yeah, actually, hey, that's true. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I feel like I do more. I have the potential to do more.
Well, it's infinite. So there you go. Your potential is infinite.
Infinite potential. Infinite number of episodes.
Hopefully everybody gets something off of that affirmation.
Right.
The goal Explain the 1990s in exactly 60 songs. Radiohead, Tupac, Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, Wonderwall, Enter Sandman, You Oughta Know, Cream. The greater goal? Move past cheap nostalgia to something deeper and weirder and better. My name is Rob Harvilla. I'm a music critic at The Ringer, and my new show is called, indeed, 60 Songs That Explain the 90s. Since that title is fairly self-explanatory, I figured I'd explain what qualifies me to host this. Here's my resume. In 1992, I won a trophy for wearing more corduroy and flannel than any other 13-year-old in America. Freshman year of college, I was in a third-wave ska band that broke up and reformed without me as an emo band. I nearly started a civil war at my college radio station by putting You Got Me by The Roots in heavy rotation. I cried the first time I heard Bjork's Hyper Ballad, which incidentally occurred somewhere between the ska band and the emo band. One time I wrote out the lyrics to Sunny Day Real Estate's In Circles by hand and mailed them to a girl. All of those are true except the first one. This is my perspective. Crucially, in every episode, I'll be joined by fellow writers, critics, musicians, enthusiasts, and Ringer luminaries with wildly different perspectives. Whether you're full of teenage angst, or you feel bored and old, whether you don't know the song at all or you know it far too well, we'll take you through the decade, one killer track at a time. 60 Songs That Explain the 90s is released every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers.
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
Then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
If you heard any of the breakdown episodes in the past, or if you're new here, myself and my co-host, Randy, are massive Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans. So we decided we were going to rewatch the shows on Netflix and break down the episodes scene by scene and tell you what we thought about them. You are more than welcome to follow along and rewatch the show with us, as some of our friends are doing, and listening to the podcast as well. There will be spoilers, and at times we do tend to ask in trivia or ask the questions for you to ponder over. It's what we do here. There's a big question that you all must answer tonight. It's up to you guys. It must always be said on every episode, because we're always critiquing the show, but we love Cobra Kai. We love the Karate Kid universe. But don't let us influence you on the show. We're just fans of the show, as there are millions of other fans out there who have different opinions. If you want to go back and listen to past episodes about Cobra Kai and what we thought about them, I suggest go back and listen to episode 154 and then continue on from there. Alright, so Season 3, Episode 6, titled King Cobra. Synopsis: Miguel helps Johnny craft the perfect social media message, because it was too long. Kreese scouts new recruits while Daniel and Amanda try to shut down Cobra Kai forever. It was written by Joe Piarulli and Luan Thomas, directed by Steven Tsushita. What do you remember about the show, about the episode?
Are you asking me?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, why are we starting it like this? What?
Starting something new. Let's see how it goes. What do you remember of the first watch? What do you remember about the episode of the first watch?
Oh, the very first watch, like when I first saw it, not the rewatch.
Yes, not the rewatch, but the first watch.
And we're talking about just the episode as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
This episode. Okay, then I have to think back. That would have been a while. I would have to say at first I wasn't very interested because of the backstory with my least favorite person on the show. I was like, I'm not interested in this crap. I don't want to know anything about him. Why are they showing this? But now that I've rewatched it several times, I'm glad, because yeah. At first I wasn't interested and I was like, this is stupid. I don't even want to watch this episode. And I fast forwarded, I think. But now rewatching it, I actually picked up a lot more of what was happening. I was absolutely loving Johnny and Miguel, their when I first watched it. I loved them in this episode. I really did. And I really hated Hawk. And it made me not like Kreese even more. So that's this episode with the parts with Kreese. I wasn't happy. They were giving him too much and I didn't care for it, to be honest.
The opposite. I was like enjoying the fact that like it was a backstory to how he is. There's a few things here that I will explain later in the episode as to why it was done that way. But yeah, the entire ending of the show, like you mess with my company, I'll mess with yours.
Yeah.
The dynamic between Johnny and Miguel, that whole scene where
amazing.
he's like trying to like be cool and like be social media friendly.
Yes, that was my favorite. That was absolutely my favorite.
Exactly, those were my favorite. But that's all I remember. Is like the only part I remember about this episode is the fact that Amanda at the police station, and then the ending where the snakes run rampant, and then what's it called? The harness where he just like I look like I'm a big diaper.
Yeah, I love that. And I do, when I first saw or first watched it too, I was like, oh my God, he did not go there with the snakes.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I was like,
sorry. The freaking allergies again, here they come. Alright. We're gonna get through this whole episode real quick. Cold open in a flashback to Vietnam in 1968. Opening the show is music by Cream with Sunshine of Your Love, The Strong. The riff of the guitar, you already know it's the 60s. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not getting copyrighted this time. John Kreese gets mail, and it's from his girlfriend Betsy, who is back home, and sent her a picture, which is then ripped away from him by one of the other soldiers, code-named Ponytail, played by actor Seth Kemp, who comments that the black and white basic looking picture of Betsy is a beaut. Ponytail calls for Twig to come and look at the picture. Twig is played by Nick Marini, who has starred on other shows such as Chicago Med and currently on 3 episodes of the show Critical Role. I haven't seen it either. Okay. Twig asked not to be called that, but Ponytail says maybe if you got a little muscle on those tree branches, then they'll talk. They both smelled a picture which was doused in perfume, and Ponytail says that it smelled of America, so please send one for him. Kreese takes the picture back and is called by the sergeant to go to the command tent, where one of the captains is asking for him. Before we move on, Ponytail and Twig, were you surprised by later on?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
okay.
I was. Yeah.
Cause like, what just happened? And then like after he dies, and I'm just like looking at the other guys like, oh. And there were other things too that they like made rough. They tried like throw in little Easter eggs here and there, and just like silver. This guy has a silver star, silver.
Well, I think like, that was the first time that, yes, they brought that up, and the first time I saw it, then I was like, oh my God, okay, that is, well, I had a feeling. I'm like, that's got to be silver when I first, yeah. So you're right about the Easter eggs. Yes.
Yeah, but Ponytail, I thought it was him at first. I'm like, what?
Oh,
yeah. They took that off. Captain Turner, who is not played by Anthony Michael Hall, who I thought it was at first. But by legendary actor Terry Serpico, who has been in a lot of movies and TV shows since 1992. Danny Brasco, Copland, Bringing Out the Dead, Hannibal, The Departed, 16 episodes of Rescue Me, 20 episodes of Law & Order SVU, 106 episodes of The Inspectors, and 108 episodes of Army Wives. The man is been all over the place.
Hey, can you say Departed again?
The Departed?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm saying it just the way he did. The Departed.
Love it. I love it.
Name of the movie.
No, I love it. That's why I wanted to hear it again.
Oh, The Departed. Khakis. The captain invites him to join a special ops team after seeing him involved in high-risk missions during the war, and will teach him hand-to-hand combat like Tang Soo Do, which he learned in Korea. Captain tells him that if he wants to defeat his enemy, he has to learn to fight like his enemy. If they're going to do this, then they need the absolute best. So Kreese calls in on his two buddies, Ponytails and Twig, to come along with him. Not a good idea, but okay. So yeah, I love that. This guy looks like Anthony Michael Hall for real. It's like at first I thought it was him, and I'm like, wait, what is he doing there? I was like, oh, it's not him. Never mind. Terry Serpico.
He does, yeah, he does. You're right.
In the present day, Kreese scouts athletes at the school to join Cobra Kai, including Kyler and Brooks, who are back. They were Miguel and Hawk's former bullies. We still get the captain's voiceover saying they need strength as Brooks is lifting weights. They need determination as he watches one of the girls he's recruiting play basketball. And finally, he says they need brutality as Kyler just got done defeating a kid on the wrestling team and still pushes his head down and over and celebrates. The captain continues that all Kreese has to do is say yes. Present day Kreese is talking to all three of the recruits now and tells them that he will mold them into the ultimate weapon. So are you in or not? We go back to Vietnam, where Kreese tells his captain that he's all in, sir. Captain Turner is satisfied with the answer, and they both stand there while the Cobra Kai logo flashes in front of them. That was a great intro.
Well, I was just going to say, that intro was, that was one of the top, at the top intro. For sure.
And it's like one of those, okay, we're going to do in one episode, we're going to do a famous song. Here's that one episode of the season where they do that famous song. And I'm like, well, you guys didn't have the budget for the other songs? Or, because, what, season 1 was REO Speedwagon, season 2 was...
Oh, I missed that. You said that so many times when we did that episode.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Then this one's like... Yeah, I dare you to put me on copyright there, bud. See what happens. Not when I can sing my own hum or sing my own theme. Next scene. Johnny reads a message Ali Mills sent him asking what he is doing in the present day. It reads, "Hey Johnny, it has been a really long time. I don't even want to think about how many years, but I'm still glad we went to high school in the 80s. No question, we had the best music. Life has taken me in all kinds of directions since then. I've been blessed with my family and my career, and I still can't kick your ass in the air hockey. I mean,
go Allie.
It's crazy how things change. I remember when we used to see each other every day. Now I don't even know the first thing about you. Who are you now? Your profile is pretty bare. What are you up to these days?" He begins to think what he's been up to these days and starts typing. Like, damn, girl, like, straight up, like, I bet I can still kick your ass in air hockey, bud.
I'm really good at air hockey, by the way, and I love air hockey. Just throwing that out there.
Throwing that in there, okay.
Yeah, I probably could beat you with air hockey.
Let me write you a long-ass letter to prove me wrong.
Okay.
It's like, this part right here is like, I remember when we used to see each other every day. What if they did see each other after she broke up with Daniel?
Do you think that's what she's talking about, or is it
like they remain
like pre-Daniel?
Pre-Daniel and after Daniel.
You think after Daniel?
Yes.
See, this is where we need that backstory stuff again.
Yeah.
I feel like,
because didn't he say they broke up like within the year? Within even like at the prom, right? in
At the
Karate
prom.
Kid, in Karate Kid 2, didn't they break up before the prom or?
Oh, her and Daniel did, yes.
Yes.
Yes, prom night, yes. I thought you meant Johnny and Allie. Sorry.
Johnny, and just so why Johnny must have been like, can we
So you
just
think
talk?
while Daniel was in Okinawa hitting on the other girl
No,
after
he left
just
because of her.
Allie just broke up with him, and he
She
was
goes
already
to
hitting on another girl in Okinawa the next day, or 2 days, or whatever, however long the flight was. Is what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
you think
Johnny.
that maybe Allie was back with, or not even back with, but just friends and talking to Johnny at that time while he was in Okinawa?
Yeah,
Is that what you're thinking?
yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Like,
They were hanging out at golf and stuff again, and
not. But
the
she
water
did.
slide
She
and all
does
that.
leave for college.
That's true.
So, like, okay, let me hang out with you for the time being before I
Until
leave
she
for
leaves
college.
for college. That could be.
He still blames Daniel for her leaving because, like, if she stays there, and she probably heard the news that this one guy, Karate Kid guy from last year, is back in the tournament. It's like, oh shit, well, I don't want to be here. Where all my exes are at. That's what I'm thinking, at least.
Well, and this is why we need to write our own episodes.
Yeah, I could write a great episode of this backstory.
Oh, for sure.
Next scene, Daniel arrives home from Okinawa, ecstatic of how he successfully revived his business and reunion with his 3 old friends in Japan. He shows Amanda the gift that he got the kids from Japan: one Rondosuru bag for Sam, and crazy soy sauce flavored Kit Kats for Anthony. He asks Amanda maybe next week they can go down to wine country, but Amanda notifies him that the kids are at his mother's and of what happened to Miyagi-Do students because of Kreese. Close up of Daniel's face when he the mention of Kreese. It's like, oh shit.
Stop it right there. Look, they're talking about weird food things again. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Soy sauce flavored Kit Kat?
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat flavored soy sauce, sorry.
No. Kit Kat flavored soy sauce. The soy sauce flavored Kit Kat. Because there's no such thing as soy sauce flavored Kit Kat.
No. I think it was a Kit Kat flavored soy sauce. Read that again. I swear it was. Wasn't it?
There is. Like, he says it, but there's no such thing as that.
How do you know that?
Because I looked it up, man.
Oh, of course. Okay. Because I was going to ask if you would try that. That was going to be my question.
I would try it. Like Kit Kat with crazy soy sauce flavor.
All right.
On a Kit Kat, yeah. I would definitely try it. Like, let me go order it from Japan real quick.
You were looking it up so you could try it. See, I know you. That's what you were doing. You're like, this sounds interesting. Here's another weird food thing. I want to try this. Does it exist? Let me go to my computer and look it up. Right? Is that what you were doing?
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
At the Cobra Kai dojo, Mitch is telling the story of how Hawk got Dimitri in an armbar, like Chris Jericho, and yanks it out. Cold-blooded, showing no mercy. Everyone is proud of Hawk, who feels bad that he did that, but Tori tells him that she didn't think he had it in him. And it's at this point where I wish I could use sound bites again, because I would have had a good sound bite of Chris Jericho saying armbar over and over and over again, like he used to. It's a whole meme thing here. But Mitch saying, like, he got him in an armbar, yeah, savage, yeah. Like, oh, dude, shut up. Hawk says he got what they deserve because of what they did to Miguel. Tori is quiet and Hawk realizes she still hasn't seen him. The door opens and in walks Kyler and Brooks and a new crop of students. Hawk flashes back to season 1 when they used to bully him.
The emotions I had with this scene, I tell you, oh my god.
Trigger.
Oh yes. I was triggered for Hawk. I was like, no. Yeah, no.
Hawk tries to tell Kreese they aren't Cobra Kai material due to their villain's nature, but Kreese insists they are natural athletes, and it's what Cobra Kai needs. Kreese talks to the new students, telling them that joining Cobra Kai is a privilege, not a gift, which is why he recruits must earn their position in the dojo. Prepare yourselves for combat, only the strong will survive. We get a visual of Hawk turning back around to look at Kyler and is worried that he might stay within the ring. Like, oh, this guy has been bullying me my whole life, high school last year, and now he gets to be in the same vicinity as me, in the same dojo as me. It's like, I don't think.
I was mad. I was mad for Hawk. I was.
At Johnny's apartment, he sets up a harness for Miguel, who tells him that his legs are still pussies, and they're not ready for training. Legs are pussies, by the way.
I think he just wanted to say that word. He likes that word.
He does. He lets go of the harness and Miguel face plants on the ground again. Johnny commends Miguel for a better fall and to take 5. Miguel scooches over to the laptop that's open and looks at the novel that Johnny is writing. Johnny tells him it's a Facebook message to Allie, which Miguel tells him is too long to send and looks like it's 80 pages long. And in all caps.
Who does that?
I know.
Only Johnny would do that.
I know.
That would drive me insane. You know somebody that writes in all caps?
I knew somebody. I don't know somebody. I knew somebody.
I write. That's only if I'm yelling at somebody. Like, really?
Why are you yelling at me?
She's got to be. Yeah, exactly. This whole paragraph, or what did he say? It was 80 pages long of like in caps. I would be like, what's happening right now?
Everybody knew someone in the chat. Like, I knew someone too. Leanna says I knew someone too.
No.
Johnny tells him he has 35 years worth of stuff to say. Oh, it gets better. Hold on. Miguel tells him that shorter messages are way cooler and this looks desperate and a little creepy. Sending her this would be like if you liked all her photos.
God, I love this. I love this part. I just love this part.
Is it really creepy if you like someone's photos? Just asking.
Are you asking for a friend?
Asking for a friend. Lauren. Johnny Lauren.
Are you asking me for this friend?
Anybody in there? Does liking your photos on any of the socials, all the photos, is it creepy?
It depends. Yeah, it's me. DJ says it depends. I agree with that. It does. It depends. It depends on the person and the situation. Like, are you stalking an ex? That's creepy. Are you like Johnny was, I guess, or are you genuinely interested because it's someone new you're talking to and you like them? Like, that's not creepy.
No.
So just it's fun. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Creepy or supportive?
There you go. See? Supportive.
Creepy or supportive? I'm being supportive. I'm liking every single thing you've ever done in your life.
Yeah, I mean, that's not creepy at all. And I know someone that's done that.
So. Now that I think about it, it made me feel a little creepy. Then you know what? I didn't do it.
A little creepy.
It's like liking all of your videos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back a year and just start liking videos after
3 years ago. 2020. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I've done this. I'm calling myself out. Wow, it's supportive. It's supportive.
Everybody was quiet, which freaks out Miguel, and Johnny says he enjoyed the photos, and there's a button for exactly that. Why would he not do that?
Exactly. See, Johnny knows. He's not being creepy. He's being smart. There's a button.
He got amped up in the moment. She put a smiley face with red cheeks emoji in the message. He then asked Miguel if it means she's getting hot, or is she feeling hot?
That's...
Does she have a fever? Is she...
She's getting hot with that smiley face.
You getting a little spicy, or is she like have a fever? What does it mean?
I think it was. This was a smiley face. That smiley face. A little blush.
It was a little, the little, with the red cheeks, the blush.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he could take it that way. Johnny could, right?
Miguel answers just a smiley face. He looks at her message and all she wants to know how he been doing, which he starts to tell him they need to fix his profile, and then he will be sending his messages from a position of strength. He asked Johnny if he has some photos of him, which Johnny says that yes. He gets up from the couch and goes to get them and tells Miguel not to move and laughs. Dad joke.
That was a bad joke.
Dad joke. It wasn't a bad joke. It was a great joke. It was a great joke. Don't move.
That's a bad joke. Not a bad joke.
Poor guy is so technology behind.
He really is.
Honestly, one of the best things about the show is there are thousands of fans out there. Some who are willing to go the extra mile and screenshot what he actually said in his message to Allie.
Really?
And others who will pause the show at the exact message and retype word for word in all caps what the message said.
So are you going to read the message?
I happened to come across Redditor waiting for Stingray, who found the person who typed it down word for word. His name is Crimson Pig, so shout out to Redditor Crimson Pig for this one. I haven't read it yet. This is the first time I'm reading it out loud, so my reaction here is going to be genuine. So if I start laughing, I apologize. So I guess he kept on talking, and here's this is the whole thing. And then in 1992, Iron Eagle 3 came out.
He didn't. What? Oh my.
Okay, for those that don't know, we've talked about Iron Eagle in the past here and how he loves the show because William Zabka's father worked on it as he was a staff member in it. And what was it? Tommy? Get him a body bag? What the fuck? No, I'm not saying. It's like Tommy, who he was in the movie as well. So he every time in season 1 he would play it and it'd be his most inspirational movie ever. Every time he'd watch it, oh man, yeah, very inspiring. So Iron Eagle 2, of course, he would definitely watch it. Iron Eagle 3, he would definitely watch it. So here, when he says Iron Eagle 3 came out, yes, it's very him. It's very what the fuck worthy. Yes, it is, because I was the first time I ever watched Iron Eagle 1, last 2 months ago, I was like, what is this? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I have not seen it yet, but you told me about it.
I haven't seen part 2 yet, so now that I think about it, I should watch all 3. He continues, I don't care what the critics say, I thought it was pretty good. Not as good as Iron Eagle 1 and Iron Eagle 2. But hey, what movie is? I think Wayne's World was that year too. That one was okay. Those nerds had great taste in music, and the chick was hot. Tia Carrere. What was she doing with him? Are you serious? How come? Oh my god! How come the hot chicks go for the losers in these movies? You would know there, buddy. Anyway, other than that, 1992 was a pretty quiet year. Got fired again, but what the hell did they know? I didn't like construction anyway. They all... This motherfucker. They all speak Spanish. I'm pretty sure they were making fun of me sometimes.
Oh my god.
Do you know what a gringo is?
Oh my god.
I started learning a little bit of Spanish from Miguel and his family. I know hola, plantain, taco, and dinero.
Plantain. It's a banana.
And dinero, of course, the way he says it. Pretty good, huh? Where was I? Oh, right, 1993. This man is telling her the entire year.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is great.
Fucking novel. There was that dinosaur movie. Chronologically, it's so in 1987 after we broke up. 1993 there was that dinosaur, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. It had to be, right?
Pretty good for the 90s. I mean, not anywhere near what we had back in the day. Remember Predator? That movie was badass. This dinosaur thing was pretty cool, but too much science-y stuff for me. It was
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was, yeah. I guess you probably like that though, right? Oh my god.
What?
I mean, you're a doctor now.
God.
I could never be a doctor. Not after that incident at community college. I talked about that a couple paragraphs ago.
Know how long it took him to write this letter to Allie.
I talked about that a couple paragraphs ago. Parentheses, I talked about that a couple paragraphs ago. Does Facebook let you go back and reread? Close parentheses. He parentheses. Still think they overreacted. All the great scientists set things on fire, right? Like Einstein or whoever. Anyway, oh my god. 1993, Dutch got arrested. That one was pretty stupid. I was drunk for most of it, but I'm pretty sure he hotwired a golf cart from the country club. And that's how we know how Dutch got arrested and sent to prison. What?
Wait, what? For hot wearing a golf cart, he got sent to prison? That doesn't even make sense.
Country club.
No, he had to have done something else. That was probably just his first. That was his first trip to jail. I'm thinking.
Trip. Okay, fine. I looked up from the bar, and Dutch is driving this thing at high speed, or I guess as high as something like that can go.
They don't go very fast.
They don't go very
I
fast.
used to drive golf carts, so they don't go very fast, but they're fun.
And it crashes into the pool. They had to bring a crane in to get it out. He did some time, but it was worth it. Anyway, I don't think I've been back to the country club since then. Sid won't let them ban me, but these guys are all uptight and they only serve foreign beer. Fucking hell. It's offensive. No, he goes in. We won 2 world wars drinking American beer. What the hell has Benjamin ever done except get invaded? I can't read this anymore.
No, keep going.
Who wants to drink that shit? I think I got off topic again. Man, how long is this letter? Again. Anyway, let's go back to the mid-90s. 1994 was a slow year. The 90s sucked, man. You turn on the radio and it was just crap. Who writes a song about being the loser? I'm a loser.
Oh no.
So why don't you kill me?
No.
I'm a loser, baby. Soy un perdedor. Beck, yes. Oh, he hates grungy types with the flannel. Let me tell you, music is supposed to be about being badass and awesome, not about wanting to yourself. That shit can't be good for kids to hear, right? Look at me worrying about what the kids are hearing. I guess being a parent changes you. Not that I'm all that great of a parent. Well, Miguel seems to be like me, okay? Robbie doesn't. I messed that one up pretty good. Can't even get the kid to talk to me anymore. He's stuck in there for a few more months. He's got nobody. He won't take my calls. I hope his mom is talking to him at least. I think it might be too late for me and him. I messed up too many times. Not that I'm a total screw up. I've done some good stuff too, which brings me to 1995.
Oh my goodness.
And how
1995.
It brings me to 1995 and how I made $2,000 betting on the OJ trial.
Wow.
This man.
Oh man.
After all that, brings us to the question of the week. Ladies, if any of your exes sent you a paragraph like the one we just said, would you take the time to read it?
That is an interesting question. I can't wait.
Right.
Just to see the answers. Yes.
If your ex sent you a paragraph like the one above, would you take the time to read it? DJ says, skim. Oh, fellas, same question, of course. Like,
I could go with the fellas too. Absolutely.
Would you take the time to read it? I mean, yes. Leanna? I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? All right. So, flip it around. Are you a paragraph person, and do you expect the person on the other end to read it?
I would read it.
Don says hell to the yes.
Yeah, I would read
You
it.
read it? Yeah, I would. I'd be that person that sends the paragraph because I've done it before.
Yeah. No. I've done that too. I'd want the same respect. I'd read it and I'd want someone to read. Yeah, because I've done that as well.
Brandy, has anybody ever sent you paragraphs?
Um,
I feel like most people don't. Brandy, I'm kidding. I forgot. I totally forgot about who does that.
oh, okay, yeah, let's move past that.
I feel like most people don't read what I sent if it's longer. Depends. Danny says depends what in the X, but would probably read it too.
DJ, I feel like guys don't. I actually, and I've heard this from a lot of several people, but if you send a guy more than like one or two, like a question, one or two questions, more than one question, actually, they will not answer or they won't read it. Like they can only like focus on one thing at a time. I'm serious. I'm totally serious.
My
I mean, come on, you guys. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Okay, see, my boys will confirm this. That's what DJ says? It's me, DJ. Are you agreeing with that? Like, sorry to all the guys, but yeah, they can't. Like, they just can't. I don't know. This
Redhead, I send long messages. Yeah, I would read it.
The last question, exactly. So if you want someone to answer, if you want a guy to answer you, only ask one question. Do not ask another question because they will only read that last question. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Yes. See, you know me, you know what I was trying to say, Leanna. Keep it short and sweet.
I was gonna say those won't listen when you're talking. Oh my god. So once again, the question for the chat for the podcast as well. If your ex has sent you a paragraph, would you take the time to read it, or would you be the person that sends the paragraph and expect the person on the other end to read it? Send us a message, m3pnetwork@gmail.com. Let us know which one you are. Are you the paragrapher or are you the paragraph reader?
Or both.
Or both.
Neither. We want to know things. We want to know things, all the things.
Give me an essay. I'll read it.
Send those emails.
Send me a novel.
He'll read them on here, so.
Send me a novel, I'll read it on here. DJ, also, if I dislike the ex, I will delete without reading. Peace. I found men that like talking and listening. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Most men do like to talk, yes.
Sometimes. Especially when you have a podcast.
Sometimes, yes.
I've also written and then deleted Dawn.
Dawn, yes. I have done that, Dawn. I've written and deleted. Yes, I've done that.
I'm gonna go back to it, but that whole message was insane. Again, shout out to Crimson Pig on Reddit for like taking the time to posting it, and then
I feel like we need a bonus episode just for that letter.
Just dissect the letter.
Yes, seriously. Like, you need to read the whole letter and we dissect that letter. I think we need a bonus episode for that. What do you guys all think?
All right. Hey, it's Evo. We're gonna get back to the episode you're listening to, but first, let me tell you about Dark Fate Creations. Dark Fate Creations are candles that are vibrant, colorful, marble tops, amazing, mouth-watering fragrances, fueled by lovely braided cotton wicks. Paper threads woven into every cotton wick for a clean, romantic, slow, and consistent burn. Each candle is unique from the next as they are hand-mixed and hand-poured right in Grass Valley, California.
They use only coconut and soy waxes for a safer, cleaner, and longer burn time. That's almost 72 hours. That's like binging on all 130 episodes of the podcast. All fragrance blends have been heavily researched. Dark Fate Creations not only care about the look, fragrance, and quality of their candles and their other products, but also the effects they have in their customers' homes. So go to darkfatecreations.com. The link will be in the show notes.
Hi, everyone. This is JJ, the co-founder of Good Pods. If you haven't heard of it yet, Good Pods is like Goodreads or Instagram, but for podcasts. It's new, it's social, it's different, and it's growing really fast. There are more than 2 million podcasts, and we know that it is impossible to figure out what to listen to. On Good Pods, you follow your friends and podcasters to see what they like. That is the #1 way to discover new shows and episodes. You can find Good Pods on the web or download the app. Happy listening.
At the LaRusso, Daniel scolding Amanda for going to that dojo, but asks if Sam or her are okay. Amanda says they're a bit shaken up, and she would be too with a Cape Fear level karate psycho terrorizing the neighborhood. Daniel says it sounds crazy when you say it out loud. Amanda thought it sounded crazy when other people said it. Now she's saying it, and it feels real. In the meantime, Amanda tells Daniel that Cobra Kai broke Dimitri's arm and agreed to go to the police. Oh, it wasn't her problem until it became her problem, basically. That's, like...
Amanda's a badass, that's all I'm going to say.
Now, you broke somebody's arm, now it's my problem, because I'm a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's a badass. She's a badass mom.
She is. Back at Cobra Kai, Kyler and Brooks take one look at Hawk and realize they remember him as the kid with the lip, thinking that he moved. Brooks says the hair kind of distracts it. Mitch is matched with Kyler to spar. Kyler uses his natural athletic wrestling skills to defeat Mitch despite zero training in karate. Kreese kicks Mitch off the team for losing to an untrained opponent despite Hawk's protest to keep him. Flashback to Vietnam. Kreese spars against his captain and lands one hit, but then checks in on his captain to see if he's okay, but the captain knocks him down, criticizes him for losing concentration, and teaches a ruthless idea of no mercy to his trainees. Sergeant hands the captain a red envelope letter that he reads first and then hands it back to the sergeant, worried if he sees the letter it will destroy concentration on the battlefield. Captain watches John from the distance, looking at the black and white photo of Betsy. Okay, at first glance, what did you think the letter meant?
I thought it had something to do with his girlfriend.
Same. I thought she died. There was an accident and like
Yes.
blah blah blah, all that stuff.
Yes. Same.
But it's not. It's a Dear John letter. Yes, me DJ. It's a Dear John letter. A Dear John letter is a letter that breaks off a relationship with a deployed service member, usually from a wife or girlfriend back home. The term became popular during World War II and was a symbol of female betrayal during wartime. The letter's name comes from the abrupt greeting, Dear John, which contrasts with the more affectionate greeting that servicemen were used to receiving, such as Dear Johnny or My Dear John, conveniently, Dear John Kreese. So, it's like, I didn't realize that until, like, I watched the episode again. It's like, wait, if that isn't a letter that she passed away, then it's like, okay, let me go look it up, what it meant. Nah, she broke up with him. She wasn't up to par to having a serviceman and as a boyfriend. Hey, Stabby. What do you think, Brandy?
The same thing. Same. Yeah, and I didn't know that about, actually. That's interesting about the Dear John, or origin, where it came from.
Right.
I guess.
DJ or Dear John letter. So, yeah. The picture of Betsy transitions into a semi-nude picture of William Zabka. Ladies, this one's for you. When he was younger in his modeling days, because he was a model. Miguel asked Johnny if he has a picture of him with a t-shirt on. Johnny tries to give him one, but it's one up with his tank top and half of his pec coming out. Miguel helped Johnny post photos to his Facebook to impress Allie, where Johnny decides to post photos of him doing things Allie posted on her account. He suggested to Miguel that they could photomat it. He gets up from his couch and calls Miguel Hot Wheels as they leave. What is photomat?
I think he didn't mean photomat. He meant Photoshop.
Photoshop? Yeah, but he
He said
Photo-
photomat, but he meant
photomat, which is like a term from the 80s.
Is
Like
it?
I had to look it up, and it was like a little kiosk place in the 80s where you could like take pictures and then put them in there, and then they like give them back to you.
Oh, okay.
So
Now that makes sense because Johnny's stuck in the 80s. Okay.
photomat, Photoshop.
I thought it was a made-up word, like hash brown. Well, not made up, but for hashtag, he says hash brown, and I'm like, oh, okay, photomat. You mean Photoshop? That's what I thought.
Photo booth. Don said photo booth. So he meant to say Photoshop.
That's my thought. No,
So-
I don't think he meant it. I don't think he knows what Photoshop is. Just like he doesn't know what the internet is. Doesn't know what a hashtag is. Yeah. That's just
This whole episode is like him and I love it.
she is. He doesn't even know what sushi is.
Thank you for the finger. Oh, he doesn't know what sushi is. Meanwhile, Daniel and Amanda visit the police station to file a restraining order on Kreese, just to find out Kreese already filed one against her after Amanda slapped him at Cobra Kai Dojo, which surprised Daniel. The police officer tells her that Kreese is a war veteran and should have been more considerate, and then has Amanda sign a form saying that she's been served the restraining order but refuses. She is still determined to shut down Kreese, even though she and Kreese will have to settle the restraining order in court. This is the part where the police officer says, like, he's a Green Beret. There's a picture in the back of the Cobra Kai, and I think in the first movie, where he's wearing that Green Beret, and he's like the freaking thing. And then Silver Stars, and I'm like, why was that necessary to say Silver Stars? Silver's coming.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
There was Silver.
I did not catch that.
And I'm just like, he says it. I didn't catch it the first time either. The second time, I'm like, oh. What's his face? Daniel's reaction to Amanda slapping Kreese. Like, you did what now? My wife's a badass.
That was great. I loved his reaction. That was great. That was great.
You know, like I did something. I did stuff. Like, sorry, I did it.
He's like, oops.
I admit it. I didn't catch on to the silver drops during the episode. Right? I didn't at first, and then the second time around, I was like, oh, okay, there it goes.
Yeah.
Amanda saying she's gonna do whatever it takes. Like, I feel like it's Amanda saying, like, I'm gonna Karen out right now. I'm gonna be a Karen and like get this man off the street, get this man out of here. Like, I will do whatever it takes.
He's a menace to society.
He is. Back at the dojo, Tori beats Sarah, one of the Kreese recruited athlete, the basketball girl. I didn't even look her up, but she was just here and there for a minute, and that's it. I saw her IMDb, and I haven't seen the show. Okay. They have a standoff for just a moment, and it's never revisited again. I would have loved to have seen like this girl just go off to Miyagi-Do. Like, I want to beat Tori's ass.
Right? That would have been interesting because she isn't seen again. Like, that was like a cameo, like 5 second. Yeah, it was
like one episode. Like,
I don't know why. And she even said, she's like, you chipped my tooth. And Tori's like, you needed braces anyways. I'm like, come on, there's got to be something there. She's going to like, something's going to happen.
Thank you. But then Sam wouldn't be the main girl.
True. That's
I'm so tired of that girl. I like Sam. Kreese tells Sarah that she can leave. Kreese, who has been patient this entire time, finally calls in Brooks, who has not been quiet at all, every time someone got beat up, yeah, all right, awesome, oh yeah. It's like, imagine listening to that the entire time, and just like Priest said, like, can you fucking keep quiet in my dojo, sir, please? No, Brooks. Okay, Hawk. Thank you. The Hawk decides to step in. I'll do it. Let me do it. I've been wanting. Brooks says he can take it and maybe see if he can fix that lip of his.
When I first going back to first seeing this, and I was like, oh my god, that was a mistake.
Yeah,
that was a mistake. They don't know how crazy Hawk can get.
It's been like what, 2 seasons before he would have been like
Right.
all quiet about it. Now it's like, nah, he just broke his best friend's arm. What do you think he's gonna do to you?
Right. I don't think they didn't know that either. That he just broke his best friend's arm.
Stabby. Surprisingly, I can keep up with this because I've seen every season. Let's go, Stabby. Awesome. Hawk takes off his gi, revealing the Hawk tattoo on his back, and is now sporting a Grim Reaper tattoo on his chest, covering where Moon was supposed to be. Hawk severely beats Brooke in revenge for bullying him. This is for all the years you called me lip. And then he gets up, bloody hands, spits down, and sparks fear into Kyler. It shocks Tori with the level of brutality. And then he just like walks over to Kyler and just like mean mugs him, and Kyler's just like, I don't know. Remember Aliens 3? Where the xenomorph just shows up and like sticks out his was that a queen xenomorph? Sticks out her face, her tongue, and like sits it on Riley. And it just felt like that, like he was just like doing it to Kyler, and Kyler's just like, I'm sorry, sir.
Isn't this the same Kyler that was all afraid of Miguel as well?
Yes.
When Miguel turned badass.
But he got a little confident with the wrestling.
Oh.
Like, you know, with the and I mean he did like push a kid down, like his face down. So he like got a little confident with the wrestling. He like hand-to-hand combat. He like almost decapitated Mitch. And what's his face? And now he's just staring at Hawkins all like, oh shit, I gotta be careful with this guy. But this is the last you see of Brooks until season 6, episode 2, The Prize. The actor Bill Mitchell went on to star in 3 other projects at Skate Shop and Food Porn Hotline in 2021, and had a major part in the movie The Line in 2023. And then comes back.
That's where he disappeared to. Okay.
Yeah, and then comes back for season 6. So it was fun. Then they cut to a montage of Miguel taking photos of Johnny doing activities Ali posted, including reading a book in front of a cafe and throwing it in the garbage once the shot was complete. Looking at art, like all interested, standing in front of an art mural with angel wings and eating dragon roll sushi at a restaurant where Tori works at. Johnny goes inside the restaurant to use the bathroom, and Tori runs into Miguel. Tori apologizes for not reaching out to Miguel, and she informs they are trying to get revenge on Miyagi-Do, which Miguel is displeased by. Like, dude, I'm in a wheelchair. It's like, you don't have to get revenge. Like, leave it alone.
Right? Miguel is definitely being the bigger person.
Yes. Miguel tells Tori she needs help with her anger issues, and the two break up right then and there. Like, damn. At a sushi plate in front of her restaurant. Wow.
Right.
At Daniel's house, he and Amanda share a fancy Italian dinner with Armand, who is reluctant to do business with Daniel but agrees to do a deal with Amanda, who says she wants to do a proposal, but not the indecent kind. Which he says, well, never mind. Like, what? He was about to go all in on that. Like, Amanda, Daniel, can I borrow her for a minute? No! She proposes to have him evict Kreese, but protests, saying he always pays his rent on time, unlike Johnny, but Amanda counters to pay triple, and he agrees. Sure, why not? When Armin agrees to deal with Daniel and Amanda, he says, "I love the double dip." Yeah, we all know the double. We all know the double dip from the Seinfeld episode, of course. But here he does as soon as he says, "I like the double dip," he double dips his bread into whatever he was eating because he eats it first. He does it on purpose. He eats it. Oh, I love the double dip.
Please tell me you're not a double dipper, are you?
I'm not a double dipper, only if it's just me right here.
Just
But
you. Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
The actor who plays Armin, Ken Davidian, happens to own a restaurant called The Dip, so it was funny how he was like 100. What? DJ says 100. Next scene is in the morning. Kreese enters his office at the Cobra Kai dojo. He looks at the group picture he took with Ponytails and Twig and has another Vietnam flashback. They move on into Viet Cong, but their team gets captured after Kreese hesitated to set off a bomb due to Ponytail. One of their crew in the area of the bomb, despite Turner's order to blow it, even if they lose a team member. Turner blames Kreese for their capture and they kill Ponytail, which I was like, what the fuck? I thought that was him. Twig begins to cry that they killed Ponytail because of him. Captain tells Twig to shut his mouth, followed by his last name. Silver, the big reveal. Which we now know that Ponytail was just a red herring. His resemblance to Thomas Ian Griffith was meant to trick audiences into thinking he was Terry Silver, when it is actually Twig who is really Silver. Kreese steps out of the flashback when the bell to the door being opened rings. Armin confronts Kreese with eviction papers, but Kreese refuses to leave because of his contract, so Armin calls in his two muscular nephew bodyguards, Eric and Grigor, to eliminate Kreese from the strip mall. Kreese says that he just cleaned Bruck's blood off the mat and smirks. We all know what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is. We see Terry Silver in a moment, and then we're like, he's coming in. He's coming. I know it. Yes. And like, you just can't wait until they do it, and then like next season you're like, oh, we hear that he's in it, that he's joined the rank and the cast. I mean, right?
Yes. I didn't know you were asking. Sorry.
Optical flip to Miguel planning face first on the rug. Back at Johnny's apartment, Johnny tells him to focus, who is upset after seeing Tori. He tells Johnny he's the one giving up, to which Johnny yells back, but Miguel yells, "Quiet!" and screams at Johnny that he gave up when he let Kreese get the dojo and he let the students think he was weak. Johnny argues he should have never brought back Cobra Kai, but during the argument, Johnny noticed Miguel taking steps with his legs attached to the harness, and they close the argument. Later, Johnny goes through all the pictures that he had just taken and realizes he looks ridiculous, so he decides to delete the whole post. Like,
It does look ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous. He writes a message to Ali about the joys that happened in his life lately and his relationship with Miguel, and now he's working to be a better person and helps kids. But then he deletes the message and responds with, "Not much, you?" Just, yeah, nothing much, you.
We've all done that where we, yeah.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm good. I do that all the time. All the time, DJ. All the time. But freaking Johnny is just like, he was about to write another paragraph when he just says, like, you know what? You're right. Chilling. What's up? What's been going on with you? Oh, God.
Not much, you.
Yeah, cool. At the LaRusso auto group, Louis tells one of the customers that Anush will help her get the details on her new car, but he's a little slow, so go easy on him. Anush reveals that he trained Louis when he was just a garbage man. Louis leaves and Anush tells the customer he's the owner's cousin, so you know. You always have to help family. Can't say no to family. Oh, grandma. Daniel and Amanda are beyond ecstatic while witnessing that their auto dealership is back in full business with lines of customers with the help of Yuna, and believing they have successfully eliminated Kreese from the strip mall once and for all. Then, they get a phone call from Armin saying the deal is off, believing Kreese beat up Armin's nephews, and Kreese takes the phone and vows even more revenge on Miyagi, though. while he also placed live Cobras inside the dealership. Kreese tells Daniel it is now open season on his students and him. Before the show closes and goes black, there is a twitch in Daniel's eye that hasn't been seen before. Show ends. End scene. Just dude, how does he break in and like put all these Cobras inside the cars? Just like
I don't know. Don't they have cameras?
Exactly. Like
that was such an unrealistic scene.
Something had to happen. Here it is, like, hey, we're getting customers. Oh yeah, great. And here comes the Cobra next freaking episode. The next day, here comes the news. Like, once a great auto group now is getting Cobras. Like first they're called bullies because of the freaking karate because of the karate war, and now they're getting snakes in there. Like they can't catch a break ever.
Yeah, yeah, they can't.
Cristo says like, you mess with my business, now I'm gonna mess with your business. And also, sir, it's open season. It's on site. It's on site. He's all like, as soon as we see you guys, it's on site, buddy. We're gonna come in there and we're karate chop your butt. And Daniel's all like, little twitch in his eyes, like, it's war. Oh shit.
So did you catch what those flashbacks? Did you catch? Again, I didn't. The first time I saw it, I did not. But the second and third time, I rewatching it, how he, that's where Kreese get like his dialogue is from his captain. Did you catch like everything his captain said? His captain was saying to him are things that Kreese has said in the Karate Kid movie. And in Cobra Kai, what?
To his student. The guy that
and he also did it here, like he's done it here.
There is no such thing as a bad student, only a bad teacher. His teacher was the captain. The captain.
Captain,
like
yeah.
He taught him the Korean War, the Korean martial arts, as to where he took that and decided to train with Silver, and then train with Johnny.
Yeah, there was like just the specific. Every time he said something, the captain said something to him. I was like, he says that. Like I caught that.
So he got it from him, and then he takes it over to Johnny, and Johnny gets it from him. Like, okay.
Yep. That's what I caught. Yes.
Thank you for the tiny dining. Badass scene. What do you think?
I don't know if you would consider this a badass scene, but where Miguel tells him to be quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah, quiet. And he tells him that, he's the one that like is gave up. That I don't know if you consider that badass, but I do. Like I was like, yes, hell yeah. There's Miguel. That's what I wanted to see. Like he was what is it? The student was teaching the teacher.
Yes, there it is.
So that was my favorite scene. I know it's not necessarily badass, but that was my favorite scene. So I didn't really think there was. Well, I know you're going to disagree with me. What was your favorite badass scene?
Oh, you already know.
Oh, do I? What is it?
Hawk? Revenge Hawk?
No.
Berserker Hawk?
No.
Don't ever call me Lip again. Gets up, spits on him.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was awful.
That spit needed to come out. Like that was necessary. Redhead, I seen when Miguel was at the hospital and they were looking for the other kid. So Robbie, that was a few episodes ago. DJ, yes. That scene kind of made me angry.
Yes, it's me, DJ. Same.
Why? He beat up the guy that bullied him.
Okay. So it's okay to bully your bully? Is that what you're saying?
He had it coming. I'm petty. I want Hawk to be a good boy.
I know. Yes,
Damn it,
exactly.
DJ.
I agree with you, DJ. I agree with you on this. I'm sorry because I know Hawk has been horrible since Kreese has come, and yeah, I don't like this Hawk. Like I know there's the good Hawk in there. He's got good.
No, good Hawk is a pussy.
Oh,
Bad Hawk is a badass.
okay. I know I'm not going to win this one with you.
Oh, come on, it's fine. Eventually he'll turn. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So your badass scene is quiet. My badass scene is revenge. Hawk. Fair point, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'm a what is it? Pacifist? Yeah, there we go.
Petty. Final thoughts. What do you think of this episode?
Did you just say petty?
Petty.
Well, yeah, but okay. All right. Oh my gosh. I gave you my final thought already.
I love this episode.
I did too. I love this episode, actually.
Banter between Johnny and Miguel.
Mhm.
Rihanna holds grudges. The banter between Johnny and Miguel. Like, alright, I'm gonna teach you how to talk to girls and now, not in the 80s, chicks, all that stuff.
Yeah, see,
Like,
that was my all-time favorite scene. The whole Miguel Johnny plot, I guess. That was that was one of my favorites.
that was like a B storyline for me. The A storyline was, of course, the snakes and
Oh, I was
the A
confused.
storyline. Oh yeah. Well, that was part of it too. Like Kreese, this is Kreese's episode. Obviously,
yeah.
this is Kreese's episode. Further
Yeah.
into technology. This is Kreese's episode. We get the backstory, the way he is. Hopefully we find out what happened to that letter. Like we don't. Do we ever get to find out what happened to that letter? Does he ever receive the letter? Does he show up like in
Did you ever find
Reseda?
out? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I won't. I guess when we get to the next episode, we'll maybe find out.
Yeah,
Possibly.
and possibly feeling like, oh, this dude is like never finds out what happened to Betsy. He goes back to look for Betsy, and she's moved in with her new husband and everything. Like, oh, I sent you a letter.
Yeah, because we're going to be on episode 7. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost
True.
on season 3.
That's like breaking up via text. Wow.
It is. Yeah. There you go. That's another good question for this episode. Have you ever broke up via text with someone?
Or letter.
Someone? Or would you? Or have you ever been broken up via text or via letter?
Or email. Or a paragraph.
Oh, there you go. Or even a phone call and not doing it face to face.
I was going to ask. Now you just asked. No, but I'm the paragrapher. I did the paragraph before.
I've gotten the paragraph. I mean, not by him. I've gotten paragraphs by other people.
In conclusion, I think we should see other people. Too long to read. I've broken up via paragraph.
I've broken up. Okay.
DJ. Oh man. Can we read this letter? I'm always in person, not afraid. She's not afraid. Look into my eyes. Look at me. We're no longer together, okay? Breaking up with you. Peace. I have to Snapchat then block. That is that's the most.
Oh, goodness.
Damn, Danny. Damn, Danny. Hey, I don't think we should be with each other anymore.
Yep.
Block.
Bye. Block.
Okay, so Danny, do you wait a few minutes after they read it? Do you see like, oh, they read it, okay, time to block? Or do you wait like a day, 24 hours for them to process it?
Or you're just like, nope, bye.
This is cinema. Leanna, where's your popcorn? No, straight block. Straight block. She saw like it's over. Send, and she blocks. Like, does the other person read it after you block them though? Like, is it still visible?
I think it
Like,
is.
do they come back and I was like, hey, why haven't you talked to me? You didn't see my message on Snap? I blocked
Right,
you
DJ?
after.
Yeah. Talk about emotional damage, DJ.
Well, listen, this is why I'm afraid to date now. Hold on.
Exactly.
This is part of the I love how this is part of the podcast still.
Leanna's grabbing there we go. There it is. She's got the
Ooh.
popcorn emojis.
DJ, dating at 40 with ghosting and all that shit.
Oh, yes, ghosting is a thing.
I don't know, but he knew he knew it was over. Oh, we are never getting back together. Oh my god. And this is part of the podcast too, which I love.
Taylor Swift song.
Okay, Swifty. Well, I think they'll know, but yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Cue the Taylor Swift song.
How long is this episode?
I think we're going on probably, well, I don't know, hour and a half.
An hour and a half?
Almost, yeah.
Because we need to know.
45 minutes.
Because we need to know about the video too. I love this. You got
People
the
in the chat
idea.
are loving this, so.
People in the chat are loving it. I love that. Like, this is gonna be on the episode. I love it. YouTube can't see it. Of course, I'm gonna be like, I'm reading it out loud to them. But yeah, this is what people are saying in the chat. And for the audio, if you want to go to YouTube and watch us, or watch me in this little box right here.
Wow.
Go to YouTube or hang out on Spotify. And again, one more time, the questions. Should we post videos on Spotify or just leave it that for YouTube? Do you like listening to podcasts or do you like watching podcasts? Because if you like watching podcasts, I'll post it on Spotify. I don't mind. And then leave YouTube
Wait, you
behind.
can do it on Spotify?
You can post videos on Spotify now. I posted the Monday episode. I posted on with the video there. So that's why I was like asking, because the one I did yesterday I didn't post as a video. So this is why I'm asking: would you rather watch the podcast or would you rather listen to the podcast? Still, Little Redhead says watching. All right. What was the next question? Are you a paragrapher? No, we already established all that. We're good. So yeah, that's it. Anything else? We good? We good? Right? We're good, right?
Are we rating this episode? Have we been rating the episodes?
We haven't until the end of the season, and like,
this
is like right there in my top 5. Yeah, this is in my top 5.
This is definitely a top 5 one. Yeah, me too. Yeah, we're not rating until the end. I forgot about that.
I know you do, DJ. It's okay. Like, you do limited availability.
Well, so glad you're here though with us. It's me, DJ, and everyone that's in the chat.
Right.
Appreciate you all.
All right, and with that, we have come to the end of the show. Thank you for scrolling by to listen or watch the podcast live. That is going to do it for this episode. Join us next week for another scene-by-scene episode breakdown of Season 3 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. The next episode we do is going to be in September, and I want to start doing something new around that time because then we'll be in October, and you all know how much we love October.
Yes, we do.
For the next 61 days, I will be asking you all favorite horror or scary movie stuff, like your first horror movie, the last time you watched it on in theaters, your favorite classics, remakes, Supernatural, all that stuff. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff for the next few months, so please join us and participate just like you are now. I love it. I enjoyed this. Thank you for stopping in. And if you feel you want a little bit more, follow and support us on Instagram, the Threads, YouTube, M3P Network on the Twitter. It's me, DJ. Woohoo! Leave whatever comment you like to be either hype up your podcast, music, your Etsy account, or if you have a brand for me to shout out, or even a marriage proposal. If you want to ask someone to get married on, post a comment. I'll read it on the next episode.
Have we gotten any marriage proposals besides Alex's to Taylor Swift?
Not yet.
I know Alex was asking you to shout out her proposal to Miss Taylor Swift. So,
But Menace did leave a comment on the last episode, of course, because she was in it. She says this was such a fun episode. Aaron brings out a fresh opinion. Thanks for joining. So, Aaron, if you're listening to this episode, thank you for joining us. We love your interaction. We love that you got in the episode with us. We're gonna keep doing that with him. We'll see how that goes. Aaron, a pretty cool person, amazing person, friend of the podcast, of course. Follow and join us live on TikTok at Evolution of a Geek by subscribing or join us and show up to the live stream to hang out with the rest of the M3P community. And I'll shout you out in the Love Slap segment. For those of you wondering what that means, support, love, and positivity. Everyone here, Silly Little Redhead, it's me, DJ, Danny, John, who was just here earlier, and more. So big shout out to the following people: Menace Smiling, Brandy, Leanna, Becca, Mommy, Lorfield, Mike W, Lily Linguini, Greg Levant, Forever Jane, Alexandria, Cat Queen, Aaron, Stabby Tabby, Nicole, Funnybone 96, 8675309, Jenny. Do you want to sing it this time?
Oh no, I'm good.
All right, another song for me to like. No copyright. Okay, never mind. Amulet Amanda, Woody's Transition, King Chicken Hawk, Eliza Queen, Skylight 84, Katrina Hanna, Silly Little Redhead again, Unity MF Sanchez. You all heard the episode on Monday or Tuesday, one of those days. Check out her episode a few episodes ago. Celtic Panda, Meggers, Jesse, it's me, DJ, Danny, Witchy Woman, Satan God, Elijah, Lorfield Fam, Home Hope Saints, Saints After Sundown, and two members of my Third Place Network team on Twitch, Shenrod and Mary Brewski. Make sure to follow those two Twitch accounts. They will be on the link tree in the show notes. Follow and support them on Twitch. Hi, DJ. How you doing? SkylaSCrystalShop.etsy.com. Self-healing crystals. Free gift with every order.
Halloween's coming, you guys. She's adding new items every day. So definitely check out her shop. She's awesome. And if you're a Halloween fan, she's got Halloween items in there. And you know we're Halloween fans here, so.
Yes, we are. Thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast, joining the TikTok Live, and being a huge part of my Third Place community. So tell your friends and join us next time for more behind-the-scenes stories, movies, and TV show reviews. Once again, no more allergies, I hope. I'm Evo.
I'm Brandy.
And remember,
strike first, strike hard.
No mercy. Happy Labor Day, and don't forget to do the double dip. Bye.